Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pharma-Fun4us. Hope you're all doing great. And I come up with another video today, and the topic is going to be the role of data science in pharmaceutical industry. So what are we going to see today is about the application of machine learning, data science, and artificial intelligence in pharma. As you all know, this is the most booming career that everyone is looking out for, and this finds applications in everywhere in the industry. Data science, whether it's data science or artificial intelligence. So let us see how this affects the healthcare or the pharma field. So I am Abidunisa Begum. I have done B Pharmacy and M Pharmacy, and as of now, I am a technical and a soft skills trainer. Going ahead with the video, let us see, like I said, how we can use machine learning, artificial intelligence, and data science in pharma. So according to some data scientists or the people in healthcare, machine learning and artificial intelligence are going to revolutionize this industry. So it can help us make better decisions, optimize the innovations, and improve the efficiency of clinical and research trials. And how that works is, like we all know, there is a lot of data available in this industry as well. Now they just put the data together and they make use of that data. That is all what happens in data science. So we're just using that in hospital or pharma industry to be in specific. So hospitals and even pharmaceutical companies, they can draw medical patterns of the patient. So that's all data, right? Medical patterns of the patient on on criteria like symptoms, medications, and labs and everything. They just collect the data and they use it. This information you be used for a timely and better diagnosis, and you can track the progression, the improvement of health of the patient, and that can also help us in recommending personalized treatments to the patient. But there is another thing that data can help us with. It can help us with letting the pharmaceutical companies run targeted campaigns to promote medications and treatments. So there are many drugs and there are many treatments that people are unaware of, the patients are unaware of. So even the patients are even undiagnosed. They don't even know what are they suffering from. So all these awareness campaigns can be run by pharmaceutical companies by the data that they get. And here, machine learning, it also helps create treatment pathways for patients with even the rarest diseases by tracking the responses to every little change in medication to help optimize their journey and increasing their comfort on their way to desired health outcomes. So that's nothing but again the progression in their improving their health conditions. And the data doesn't just help analyze medical practices, but also assist in understanding the common needs of patients based on where they were and the environment they were exposed to. So it's again about the data that we have about the patient, complete personal data of the patient, and how you can use it for betterment of their health. And these pharma industries, they have a lot of database, like we all know. Like in every industry, this industry also has a lot of data. So, and they also have data pertaining to physicians across all departments and the patients from various diseases. So if they apply machine learning to these data or these data sets as they call it, yeah, it will be easier for to match the patients to the to the physicians. So instead of just using general categorization, first what you got to do, what people mostly do, they go to a general physician, they get to know their health condition, and then they go to the specialist, the doctor that they need to meet. So, but if you have this data applied in the right way, you can just help the patients choose the right doctor for them. That's how it can be done as well. Then pharmaceutical companies can use machine learning for influencer marketing by mapping the right physician for their campaign needs. So, like physicians, we are matching with a patient. Similarly, the campaign that these pharmaceutical companies are running for a specific medicine, so they can also match the physicians for that need as well. So the criteria could be the topics that extensively write about the doctors, or the topics that they extensively write about or they are specialist in. So this will enable companies to reach out to the relevant target audience. That's again another use of it. Then here this picture depicts that I mean, what are the problems that you give to, the machine, and how does it give you the solutions? Data science is all about that, right? You give your problems to it, and based upon the data that it has, it gives you the results. So if you are a physician, you give your unstructured data to the machine, and it gives you the clinical decision support. Then if you're a radiologist, you give your MRI or the images that you have to the machine, and it gives you the diagnostics. Similarly, it's for the researcher, the in the CRO laboratory, the drug maker, and the patients. Even if you are a patient and you are giving your problems to it, it can give you the lifestyle advice, or like I said, to know what doctor you want to meet. So maybe there can be some apps or something that they can develop based upon that. Let's see. So with machine learning and artificial intelligence, healthcare companies can extract patient information to sift through physician notes efficiently and effectively. So this data that is collected can be used to identify appropriate patients for clinical trial enrollments also. So if you remember, in my first video, I told you about, the time that needed for the preparation of a drug, the time it's taken. Why? Because they need to do all the clinical trials all over again. They did not store their data, maybe, or they'll have to, even if they have to go through all the data that they have, they do not have a proper platform where they can collect that data and store it. So here, data science or machine learning or artificial intelligence, it is helping them to store the data properly and use it, and that way it reduces the time that is required for the drug preparation. And we also know that there are, almost 85% of the trials that are, done on medicines, they fail. Why? Because they do not have proper data churn. But with the help of machine learning, we can have a proper data churn and reduce the failure of the trials. So that's again another advantage. So I'm adding a link here of the date of my video, of my first video, so you can just go through that for the reference as well. Then we can see the application of data science and AI in medicine and pharma, that it is very promising, but there are still challenges that are yet to be addressed. So for these reasons, successful healthcare machine learning applications will require medical experience to be fully engaged. Why? Because sometimes making the right diagnosis takes more than just a set of rules. It requires experience in addressing certain symptoms and, health outcomes over the years. Similarly, the choice of the best treatments for a patient requires information about the most recent developments in the field, and along with the developments in the field, they also require clinical trials and what are the recent scientific advances. So all these data put together can, if all these data put together, then, and after, all the trials and all, then only the successful healthcare machine learning applications be used in the field of pharma. It's all about it. Hope you like the video, and let me know what you feel about it. If there are anything that you want me to add, if there are any videos that you want me to add, feel free to comment. Thank you very much for your patience.